4 drivers left in contention for one of 2 spots in the National Driving Championship. Tie atop the leaderboard. Redmond Doucette and Gilles Berriot, both with 57 points, still in contention for one of the 2 spots. Jason Hughes at 54 points and Mark Campbell with 47 points. Final dash, Atlantic Regional Driving Championship. Ideal Ticket with Jason Hughes. Beach Fighter A with Darren Crow, Redmond Doucette, and Jerry's Beach. Todd Treitz with Go With It. 4 Brass Stars, Gilles Berriot. Draft Sealster and Kenny Murphy. Dinger 2 with Mark Campbell. And Don't Tell Mom with Gerard Kennedy. They're off and pacing along the inside. That's Darren Crow and Beach Fighter A. They drive out for the early lead. Jerry's Beach, Redmond Doucette will take a tuck in the pocket second. Getting away in 3. That's Go With It for Todd Treitz. Up on the outside and looking for a spot at the rail in 4. That is Draft Sealster with Kenny Murphy driving. Into the backstretch, Ideal Ticket is unhurried. Jason Hughes back there in 5. As they make their way into the backstretch. Single file approaching the opening quarter. Out front, it's Beach Fighter A on top, leading it by 2. In the pocket, second. That is Jerry's Beach, followed closely in 3 by Go With It. Looking at it from 4 in the early going. That is Draft Sealster. Then Ideal Ticket is taken to the outside. First over from 5. Followed by 4 Brass Stars in 6. Back there racing in 7. As they continue off the top turn is Dinger 2. And the early trailer Don't Tell Mom. 28-3 was the quarter. They travel on through the stretch now past the halfway marker. And they're led by Beach Fighter A. In the pocket and staying there is Jerry's Beach. First over. Here comes Ideal Ticket and Jason Hughes on the outside third. Inside racing fourth. That is Go With It for Todd Treitz. Getting a second over toe into contention is for Brass Stars and Berriot. They sit a second over fifth. They move into the backside. Final time, 59 seconds flat was the half. They're still led by Beach Fighter A. Ideal Ticket for Hughes on the outside, inching in second. There goes a 3 wide move from the back by Dinger 2 and Mark Campbell. They continue on to the 7/8. Campbell is in the 3 wide path with Dinger 2 ranging up into contention. Beach Fighter A is still holding the lead, but here comes Mark Campbell and Dinger 2. Ideal Ticket right there in the center. They have less than an 8 to come as they move off the top turn. 3/4, 129. Ideal Ticket, Jason Hughes, Mark Campbell as closing down the lane with Dinger 2. 4 Brass Stars. Gilles Berriot wins the Atlantic Driving Championship with 4 Brass Stars. Mark Campbell is second with Dinger 2.
Well, here's a look at the stretch drive, and what a stretch drive it is. What a way to close the Regional Driving Championship here tonight. 4 Brass Stars, not even in your picture yet for Gilles Berriot. But hey, Peter, you don't win over 4,000 races if you don't know how to get to the winner's circle, and that was a patient Berriot drive tonight.
Lee, we said it in the pre-race, we'd like this guy to win this race because he's a classy veteran, 12 years old. And I'll tell you, at the top of the lane, the 7, the 1, and the 2, they were fanning out, and Berriot comes out of the clouds with 4 Brass Stars and passes them all deep in the lane to win the Atlantic Regional Driving Championship in Truro tonight.
Gilles Barrio on his way back with the number 5 horse for Brass Stars. Gilles, you've driven this horse a few times in the past few weeks. Very familiar with him. A really great late charge here to win the race and the driving championship. How's it feel?
Oh, geez, feels good. Did I win it?
It looks that way.
Wow. No, I thought I was in trouble for a while, or I couldn't get out. Then it finally shook loose, and he stormed home. So he's just a nice old horse.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Go celebrate here and a little bit later on as well.
Now back in victory lane is the Atlantic Regional Driving Champion, Gilles Barrio. His third winning drive in tonight's competition, this time aboard 4 Brass Stars, a 12-year-old bay-gelded son of 4 Stars Shark. By Nick McGilvery of Stratford PEI, trained by Nick. And again, Gilles Barrio, Atlantic Regional Driving Champion, his third win in tonight's competition. Congratulations, Gilles Barrio, heading on to the National Driving Championship.
So you get a shot there of replays coming up here, but we're going to get the final totals once Joe Kelly gives us the official results here, and then we will be trackside with presentations, the drivers tonight that are competing, and also the runner-up and the champion. Stay tuned.